Hey there, and welcome back to Path to Your True Self, where we talk all things self-love, mindset shifts, and becoming the best version of you. Today, we're diving deep into something that can truly change your life and your relationships: emotional intelligence. We're going to explore what it is, how to become more emotionally aware, and how it impacts the way you connect with others. So let's get into it. So let's start from the top. What is emotional intelligence? And why is it so important on your journey to becoming your true self? At its core, emotional intelligence, or EQ, is the ability to recognize your own emotions, understand what they're telling you, and manage them in a healthy, conscious way. But it's not just about you. It also includes being aware of other people's emotions, picking up on how they're feeling, and responding with empathy, patience, and understanding. It's the kind of intelligence that doesn't show up on a test or transcript, but it's the thing that helps you thrive in relationships, navigate life's ups and downs, and respond to challenges without falling apart. You could be the smartest person in the room, top of your class, well-read, talented, but if you can't handle frustration, if you shut down during conflict, if you react without thinking, people will struggle to trust you, work with you, or connect with you. In fact, studies show that people with high emotional intelligence are more likely to succeed at work, have healthier relationships, handle stress better, and make more aligned life choices, because they know how to stay grounded in tough situations and how to connect on a human level. Let's break emotional intelligence down into its 5 core parts. Each one is a skill you can build, and together they create a powerful foundation for personal growth. 1. Self-awareness. This is about knowing what you're feeling and why. It's noticing, oh wow, I'm feeling anxious right now, instead of unconsciously spiraling into stress. When you're self-aware, you don't get lost in your emotions. You witness them. You recognize your emotional triggers, understand your patterns, and stay curious instead of reactive. Example: instead of snapping at someone because you're overwhelmed, you pause and say, I'm feeling a little tense today. I think I need a moment to regroup. That's self-awareness in action. 2. Self-regulation. This is your ability to manage your emotional responses, especially when things get heated. It's not about suppressing your emotions. It's about responding with intention instead of reacting impulsively. Example: you feel angry during an argument, but instead of yelling or walking out, you take a deep breath and say, let's take a pause. I don't want to say something I'll regret. That's emotional maturity, and it builds trust. 3. Motivation. This is your inner drive, the ability to use emotions to push yourself forward in life. It's not just about feeling good. It's about staying committed to your goals even when it gets tough. People with high EQ can bounce back from setbacks because they're emotionally connected to why they do what they do. They don't let temporary emotions derail their long-term vision. Example: you get rejected from a job you really wanted. Instead of spiraling into self-doubt, you say, okay, that stings, but I'm not giving up. I'll take what I learned and try again. That's emotional resilience. 4. Empathy. Empathy is the ability to feel with someone else, to tune into their emotions without trying to fix, judge, or dismiss them. It's seeing someone crying and saying, that looks really hard. I'm here with you. Instead of don't cry, it's not that bad. Empathy deepens your relationships. It helps people feel seen and safe. And it starts by listening not just to someone's words, but to their energy, their body language, and what's left unspoken. 5. Social skills. This is where everything comes together. When you're emotionally intelligent, your conversations become clearer. Your relationships become more authentic. You're able to resolve conflict, give and receive feedback, and connect with people on a deeper level. Example: you notice your friend seems withdrawn. Instead of ignoring it, you gently ask, hey, I noticed you've been quiet lately. Is everything okay? That small act can open the door to healing and connection. So that's the heart of emotional intelligence: self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skill. And the best part, you don't have to be born with it. You can develop it through daily practice, honest reflection, and a willingness to grow. EQ is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And once you start developing it, you'll notice your life shifting. Conversations get easier. Conflicts feel less overwhelming. Your inner world becomes calmer, and your outer world reflects that peace. So, let's really dive into how we develop emotional awareness, because this is where the transformation begins. Start with mindfulness. Mindfulness simply means being present, not living in the past or worrying about the future, but being here now. One of the best ways to build emotional awareness is to become more mindful of your thoughts, feelings, and body. Try this. Set a timer for just 3 minutes. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and ask yourself, what am I feeling in this moment? Maybe it's tension in your shoulders. Maybe it's a heavy feeling in your chest. Maybe you're restless. Pay attention to the sensations and then gently label them. I'm feeling anxious. I feel a little sad. I'm content right now. The more you do this, the more you'll begin to notice how emotions rise and fall like waves. You don't have to chase them or run from them. Just observe, labeling your emotions clearly. Most of us grew up saying, I feel bad or I'm fine, which doesn't tell us much, right? But emotional awareness grows when you can get specific. There's a big difference between feeling overwhelmed and feeling disappointed. Here's a tip. Use an emotion wheel. It's a simple tool that helps you choose from a range of emotions, from anger and fear to joy and peace. The more precise you are, the more power you have to deal with your emotions effectively. Journaling for emotional clarity. Writing helps you untangle your thoughts. At the end of the day, ask yourself, what did I feel today? What triggered those emotions? How did I respond? How would I like to respond next time? Even just 5 minutes of honest journaling can build a bridge between your subconscious reactions and your conscious self. Practice the pause. This is one of the most powerful tools in emotional intelligence. Before reacting to something emotionally triggering, pause. When your partner says something that stings, when a coworker annoys you, when you feel rejected or ignored, breathe. Even just a few seconds gives you space to choose how to respond, rather than reacting on autopilot. Say to yourself, I'm feeling hurt. I don't need to lash out. I can express myself calmly. Over time, this pause becomes second nature, and it will change your life. Reflect on emotional patterns. After strong emotional moments, ask yourself, where did that come from? Was this emotion really about the situation or something deeper? What was I really needing? Maybe your anger was actually masking sadness. Maybe your anxiety was really your mind trying to protect you from rejection. Understanding your patterns helps you take back control. Now let's talk about how emotional intelligence shows up in our relationships and how it can deepen our connections with others. You communicate with clarity and compassion. When you understand your emotions, you're better able to express yourself without blaming or projecting. Instead of saying, you never listen to me, you can say, I feel unheard when we talk, and I really need to feel understood. This shift in language invites connection instead of conflict, and it comes from being aware of your true emotional need. You navigate conflict more calmly. Every relationship has disagreements. That's normal. But emotional intelligence helps you stay grounded. Instead of yelling, shutting down, or going silent for days, you can say, I'm feeling triggered right now. Can we take a break and come back to this when we're both calmer? This takes maturity and it builds trust. People start to feel safe knowing you won't explode or disappear when things get hard. You become more empathetic. Empathy is a huge part of emotional intelligence. It's about being able to step into someone else's shoes and feel with them, even if you don't fully understand their experience. Imagine your friend snaps at you. Instead of immediately feeling offended, you pause and ask, "Hey, are you okay? That didn't sound like you." You create space for understanding. You see past their reaction and get to the emotion underneath it. Empathy strengthens your emotional bonds. It says, "I see you. I hear you. I care." You build and honor healthy boundaries. High EQ helps you tune into your own emotional needs and gives you the courage to protect them. You start saying, "I need time to recharge after work, so I'm not available to talk tonight." Or, "I'm not comfortable with that, and I'd appreciate if we could find another solution." You're not being rude, you're being real. And when you respect your own boundaries, others learn to respect them too. You attract and maintain deeper connections. Emotionally intelligent people tend to form more meaningful relationships. Why? Because they're not afraid of emotional depth. They don't shy away from vulnerability. They show up with openness, self-awareness, and honesty. And that energy invites the same in others. You'll start to notice the quality of your relationships shifting. Shallow conversations start to fade. You begin to connect with people on a soul level. People who see the real you and love you for it. So, emotional intelligence isn't about having all the answers. It's about being curious, compassionate, and real with yourself and others. It's not always easy, but it's worth it because when you understand your emotions, you start living more intentionally. You stop reacting out of fear or habit, and you start creating from a place of self-awareness and love. If today's video resonated with you, I'd love for you to leave a comment. What's one emotion you want to understand more deeply? Or maybe share a moment where emotional awareness helped you grow. Let's start a conversation down below. And as always, if this helped you, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss out on more mindset shifts and guidance on your path to your true self. You've got this. Until next time, take care of your heart and each other.